Yeah, hello everyone. I'm going to explain about HTML injection today. So basically, what is HTML injection is a type of injection attack. So where a normal input needs to be given, in that place attacker will give a HTML code. HTML code is like markup language. We all know that HTML is a markup language. So what is the drawbacks of giving this HTML injection means? So attacker can include his own HTML code into the application. So and he can execute whatever he wants. So we can show that demo in a few minutes. Okay, and if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. And what is HTML injection and what are its drawbacks and all we all know. So HTML injection is a type of attack where the attacker will give an HTML code to the application. That HTML code may be reflected or may be stored. So, so if the HTML application is reflected means it will be affected for that one only. If it is a stored one means so that HTML code will be stored in the web application and whoever the user visited that application will uh, be able to access the same application and the same code. The same code will be run on the each and every user visited that page. We'll see that using a web page. So let's log into this app. Okay. We can see a set of HTML injections 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So we are going to get these four demonstration right now. So let's go to the first one. Okay, here it is a reflected sort of injection. They have mentioned like it is a get method. Okay, so basically what we are doing here means like we are going to enter like first name and last name. It is a typical kind of registration page. So there we are usually giving the name security. Let's say security content. So so if we give that security content here, which means welcome security content, it is. So if we give that a HTML code, H1. H1 is a header, HTML code markup language code. So let's go with H1. Okay, and in between we'll give us security, and let's change that to H2. Next heading, content, and go. We can see this security header is formatted in a HTML code, which I have given. We have given the first name and last name as executed, and then given that welcome security content in the HTML format, which we have requested. Why it is mentioned is get means like this request is going in the like in the get format, get method. So let's see that one. Okay, security. Let's see content. What we are doing means we are intercepting this request in the bubs. Okay, let's go and see what it is doing. Here we can see the first name is security and the last name is content. So in these places like we are using that one, we can see here the method is get. So that's why they have mentioned here as a get method. It is a reflected HTML injection to get method. So we have successfully found a HTML injection point in the get method. We can do the same thing in the burp suite also by placing the same payload here. Just for that, we need to add same payloads here. We will be able to execute the same. I'm not adding to the content right now. So let's go and see. Okay, I have sent it. We have taken both for both. HTML injection security and then go We can see here what it is. Yeah, basically it is not implemented because it is like URL encoded. We haven't encoded anything, right? So it is URL encoded. After entering H1 tag, we need to encode with the URL format. So previously I just added this format but not encoded into the URL format. Okay, so we'll see that in the next also. Let's wait for the next post method. We have seen the get method, right? So oh sorry, here the method, we need to off this thing. So we need to see the post method. We'll see that in the post method also. The execution is same. So let's go and security content. Whatever you do is the same thing only. But the method of going to the server is different. Let's go and capture this one. We can see it's the post. See, previously it was a get method. It is a post method right now. So post is usually used for posting some data. We can see in the previously in the get method it was in the URL only. In the post method it is in the different format. See, we can see here, right? So here also it is URL encoded. We can see there in the burp suite there is an automatic feature. If we select something, if it is encoded, it will try to automatically decode. We can see the selected content, it is decoded from the URL decoding. Okay, so here it is, it will work. I'll just forward this one and let's go and see here. See, it is executed here. So it is the HTML injection right now here. So next we'll be seeing that next we'll be seeing that reflected stored, maybe I think. Okay, let's go and see that stored. Before that we need to off the intercept, because if we keep that intercept on means it will not go to the server, it will be stuck in there only. Reflected in the current URL. Yeah, okay, not stored is the next one, so let's go with the flow. Reflected in the current URL, right? So here we can see HTML injection reflected in the URL. It is telling, okay. Here current URL is localhost 104. Let's see, we are not getting any input points. Let's see if we get if we will be able to get any sort of input points in the. Okay, we'll just capture this one. Capture this one and where it will be. Uh, Wait, security levels. Hacknet. See what it is telling. HTML injection reflected, which is in the URL. They are mentioning about the URL. So URL means we are seeing this URL here. Okay. So let's try to change this URL to h1 Let's go with the security slash h1. Okay. Send. No, it is not working. We need to stick in another way. Okay. It is the URL actually. So let's go. Yes, in the URL, like it is in the URL. So whatever is the first line in the method, it is going in the URL only. So we can see the same UI, same in the URL also. We just go to the URL, HTML content URL dot PHP. It is also a PHP page, which is in the URL. So okay, it is like it is reflecting in the URL. So let's go and in the URL. HTML code. Okay. So some basic HTML code here in URL. So I just send it forward it to the server. And when I checked, I received HTTP code from the server in the response. So we can see HTML code only, which is we got it from the uh, editing that request in the verb suite URL parameter. Okay, let's go for the another one, which is a stored one. So we need to stop. Okay, last one is the injection stored. So let's go for the stored one. So here we got a one of the like one of the input fields. So whatever we try to let's say security content submit. So there is a permission added here. So what happens if we try to get if we try to add some security? We are trying to add some HTML format. Obviously, it is a stored one, and we do not want anyone to see this. Only we do not doing this stored HTML injection just for showing HTML code. We'll be adding how attacker will be using means like attacker will be injecting his own payloads. So that payloads may be some links tags may be included into this one. So we all know that links will be given using that HTML codes. So he can include his own frames and he can include his own sort of links and server links. So just see one of the example here. I have a frame can explain you this code. It's the iframe. So the source we are trying to give this source as HTTP yes google.com. So title is test. So what we are telling means they just load a frame with the title test redirect into the google.com. So okay, we'll try to give that one here. Submit. So there is a one google.com page. Obviously it is not connected. Even though it is not connected, it will load at that page here. So normally in these cases, so it is trying to refuse that one. So attackers will try to include his own server pages and all. So try to use their own servers to connect, or maybe they will include their own malicious code here. So whatever the user is visiting the page may be able to access this one. Not only these pages, sometimes he may be able to include some basic HTML pages like login pages and something like looks like a Facebook login page, something like that. So he will be able to add his own page here and he will be able to do that things in whatever he wants by using HTML code. So HTML injection is a very dangerous type of attack. So for securing from this attack, so we what developers needs to do means they need to check some implement some security like input validation, what are all the input validation they are validating or not. So they did not uh, validating anything provided by the user. They are just taking whatever the user have provided. So here we are giving that special characters, so the special characters and all some specialized like H1 tags and all this type of tags should be not accepted. This will be blacklisted. Use some apps and all. We'll recommend these things and all for the developers to be safer side from the HTML injection. So hope you understand what is HTML injection and HTML, how dangerous it is, how the attackers will use this HTML injection. So we'll meet in the next video. Thanks. Thank you.